Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. So, we are in Joplin, Missouri. I did find a trip going to Arizona somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, let's take a split axle. Why not? Why not? There we go. Yeah, so we're going to Flagstaff, $6,888 or $884 for $6.55. Sounds good to me. Shouldn't take too terribly long to get this done since we're going to be on the freeway most of the time, I do believe. So, let's just go get this all set up prettily. We are working for the next truck upgrade. So, like I have been saying, it's going to be interesting because we're going to be stuck with this truck for a while unless I sell it. I don't want to sell it, and that is an issue. So yeah, I don't want to sell this truck, but we can only have one truck until we have $100,000, and then we're gonna have to get another, probably a good $100,000 on top of that. So yeah, it's gonna be a while, especially if we're not getting. You know what? Let's just go get this right quick. I didn't know that was a Peterbilt, but everybody loves Peterbilt, so we got to go over here. And then, let's see, 10 hours, yes, we don't have to sleep. Find it, thank you. But we do need fuel right quick, so we're just going to flip a Banshee here. Hopefully we can just jump up there, beautiful. That's exactly what you want to do to tires. Good thing it's not my trailer. Let's just put it that way. So we'll jump across the street right quick, get some fuel, and pretty much get the hell out of here. I think that's ice. No, it's too much south to get. Maybe it's I-40. I-40. I'm gonna go with I-40. I think it's I-40. I haven't looked, but I think that's the interstate we're on. We should be getting $73,000 soon. As soon as this is done, so hopefully we will be able. Let's just wait for this guy. He's going a little bit fast. Yeah, well, go plug yourself. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, so we'll come over here. Springfield. Maybe it's 44. Got it. Gotta get into secondary view so we can see the light. The light. But it's 17,000 pounds. We've been hauling pretty heavy stuff, so we should be getting good fuel mileage on this run. We've been averaging, I would say roughly, I mean, I haven't been calculating it completely, but I'd say roughly we've been getting about 4.5 miles a gallon. So, with that being said, doing nothing but interstate, stuff like that, we should be fairly certain that we'll be getting better fuel mileage, but we're about half a tank or so, like I say, we're going to get some fuel. Probably just jump on the left one here because it's not as clustery. Thank you, sir. I think it's red. No, it's going to be at the end. Do we go to Petro or Exxon? What one's cheaper? 325, 325, 325, 325. It's about the same, I guess. You know what? We're going right. And we're only going right because the light was green. Literally, that was it. That was the only marker. Where's the fuel at? This way? I have noticed the further east we go, the bigger the truck stops are, which is fantastic because, I mean, real life, right? Where's the fuel stations at? It's over here, apparently. Copy. We'll just sneak right in here. Hopefully not hit nothing. There we are. I want this one. This one is the victim. 323, so it's even cheaper than what the sign says. I can work with that. I can work with that, boys. Alright. Everything on the phone going off. Somebody texted in Discord. It's fine. Probably Dave telling me, oh, well. Oh, parking brake engaged. There we go. Got the low air sign. Gotta love it. Oh man, how many times I had to stop at a cat scale to get scaled is insane. Actually, a funny story is that when I was the last 6 months I was driving, I probably said the story 400,000 times. But in case you're new, yellow truck. I was hauling toilet paper and paper towels at the end of the 6 months I was driving cross country, and it was great because I never had to worry about fuel. I never had to worry about being overweight, because toilet paper for a 53-foot trailer. Now this may surprise people, but for a 53-foot trailer, double stacked, and what double stacked is just two pallets put on top of each other with toilet paper. I think the heaviest one we had was 28,000 pounds. 28,000 pounds of paper. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of weight for paper. But I mean, if you think about it, you got how many? I think it's there's like 6, maybe 36. I'm guessing, because it would be Kirkland, what I was hauling. So for Costco's, and I think there's 36 rolls of toilet paper in a package. So if you do 36 for one package, times that by, I think there's like, I would say 50 per 2 stacks or 2 pallets, and then you times that by probably 4 divided by 50 is enough. I mean, too much math, but I mean, that's a lot of paper. So 36 times that by 50, so 150 toilet paper rolls a pallet, give or take. I feel like that's not enough. Anyway, let's just say 150. Times that by, 36. You're, 36,000, something like that. A lot of toilet paper. So 28,000 pounds, that's quite a bit. Like I said, too much math. Too much math for me. What was even crazier is when they took it off the truck and they cut the saran wrap off, and they put it on the cell floor. It was gone in 30 seconds, and that was one pallet. It was gone in 30 seconds. Yeah, that was nuts. But I never in my life thought that I would be ever held at gunpoint for toilet paper. I never was. But one of the Costco's, I think it was Roanoke Park, California, or Santa Rosa, California. It was one or the other. Said, do not open the doors until you are as close to the building as possible, because you will be held at gunpoint if they see that it is toilet paper. For toilet paper, okay? Toilet paper. That is just insane. Why would you, threaten somebody's life for toilet paper? I mean, it's just insanely ridiculous. Anyway, besides the point. But yeah, that was a thing that I just could never understand, but it was funny at the same time. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna threaten somebody for toilet paper. I mean, because if somebody walked up to me and was like, hey, give me all the toilet paper. Okay, go ahead, have fun. Here, let me help you out right quick. I'll break the seal and unlock the door for you. I mean, I'm not gonna stand there and be like, nope, you can't get the toilet paper. No, I don't care that much. I thought I got a ticket right there, and I was awfully real pissed. But yeah, I am definitely not worried for toilet paper. Like, if it comes to me, my life, and toilet paper, you can have all. I'll even unhook the trailer. If you got a semi pulling up next to me, you can have the whole damn trailer. I don't care. I'll be like, hey, I'll call the company. Hey, yeah, they stole the trailer from me. They, they said that they wanted the trailer, and I didn't give two shits about it. And there you go. Have the trailer. Have fun. I mean, wherever you're taking it, unload it and hook back up to it and drop it off somewhere, because they have a GPS tracker on the trailer. But besides the point, they'll get the trailer back. But if you want the toilet paper, go ahead. Yeah, it is. No, my life is worth a lot more than just toilet paper. So if you ever hire me as a truck driver and I'm hauling toilet paper and someone holds a gun up to me and say, hey, you're gonna give me toilet paper or else you're gonna die, huh? Well, you ain't gonna get you're gonna lose that load. That's $18 for this road. Good Lord have mercy. It's a toll road. Why are we on a toll road? This is ridiculous. Alright, get over. We're gonna take this exit to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like I said, we're just flying. Keeping on the 44 westbound. Hope no one's there. Alright, so we are kind of speeding here. I gotta go this way. Sorry, everybody. Look out for everybody else. Oh, we're in Tulsa already. Oh, that was quick. Didn't realize we were that close. Anyway, we're just gonna keep on doing 75. It should be picking back up, you'd think. And apparently it's not. Okay. There was a copper stopper in that median right there. Man alive, you better believe if I see a copper, I'm slowing down. I don't need no tickets. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. Like I said, it's a fun series. I like this old truck. You know, like I said, Grandpa gave it to us, and it was actually my idea. You know, to come up with actually I had a few ideas. So the realism challenge was my idea as well. I was like, you know what? I think me and Dave started it, so I can't take full credit. But I was like, you know what? Let's start a realism challenge. Let's see, you know, whoever wants to join in can. And then after that, it was like, you know, we have this truck. It's, you know, whatever it is, what it is. I mean, I'm not saying nothing bad here, but Dave and Scotsman, they pretty much had $2 million loans. Oh, yellow fan bus thing. Pretty much had $2 million loans like the second week we had it, if that. And so it's like, okay, well, you're already done. That is a disgusting river right there. So they already had everything already, you know, bought, trailers, workers, the whole 9 yards. And so I can't remember how it come up, but I was like, you know what, I've always wanted to do, let's do I didn't say old iron, somebody else came up with that, but I said, let's come up with like old trucks. So you have old trucks, you have, 12 over? Fuck you, cop, it was 55, you stupid fuck. I like cops, but not when that happens, you stupid son of a biscuit. Well, there goes half of the trip on that one. Anyway, man, that just grinds your gears a little bit. But yeah, so I mean, it was like, let's run old trucks. Old trucks, you know, Grandpa got them, and then we restore them, yada yada yada. Actually, I don't even think I come up with the old Grandpa story. I think it was just like, yeah, let's just have an old truck and then build it up from there. And then, you know, we had to have a story, and so we came up with a story. I think Rasher came up with the story. So, I mean, it was a group effort. But I think I started it, like, oh, you know, let's just do old trucks, and then, you know, you work up to it and stuff like that. And then the more and more we talked about it, you know, the more rules came about, and the more everything else, you know, come up, and yada yada yada. So it was a joint party. I mean, we have to thank Rasher for all the hard work that he done. He got all the mods working. He got everything else. That's a yellow truck too. And so big thanks to Mr. Scotsman. He's the one that really was like, you know what, we just need to, you know, get this thing rolling. And so that's what we did. And that is how this series become a thing. That, and, you know, we needed videos, so everybody just started recording it and everything else, and was doing just fine. So that was a good time, you know, everybody chipping in and everything else. And of course, you know, because we wanted longevity of this series, we did, you know what, let's do this. Let's say you have to pay off your first loan before you can do anything, you know. And then what we want to do is we want to you know, like, be loan independent. right? So you don't want loans and stuff like that. So that's what we did. It was fun. It's fun. And it's a great series. Like I said, if you want to partake, all the mods are in the description below. And I believe I put the rules down there as well. So all of that is together. Wichita and Dallas. Oh, we'll get another turnpike. How flippin' fun. How fun. We going north? Oh, we can't go north. We gotta go east. That's like 36 bucks. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so we gotta go this way. Nice. Apparently we had a detour. Nice. Okay. But it is a nice series, you know. We got to use old trucks. I've never heard of a 350 or a 351 before. So, the fact that... Okay, there's a car there. Goodness gracious. There we go. Let's just keep hauling ass. We're taking our time here, boys. Oh, wow. We gotta go a long flipping ways. Sure just went... Well, we couldn't have went south there. We could only go north. Fantastic. This is lovely. We gotta see the same scenery. I'm not gonna cut across the median and stuff like that. Excuse me on that. Still dealing with allergies here. It hasn't been the most fun in the world, but we're dealing with them. Got some fires out here in Oregon already. We got, I think 4. Well, we've had 4 already. Oh, hello, lag spike. Okay, dokie. This game, man, it's been super laggy, as you can see. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, we've had, I think, like 4 to 8 fires already, which is just crazy. Yes, it's June, but we shouldn't have fires already. I know fire season starts soon. It starts tomorrow, actually, or tomorrow at midnight. And then, of course, we're going to be, you know, no fires, nothing, you know, a bunch of things that get turned on, or the laws get turned on, so, you know, fire safety and stuff like that, so all that fun stuff happens, which it happens every year, so it's nothing new. You know, soon it'll be, I think it's just fire season, so I don't think there's any laws yet, but we have like 4 stages of laws. 1 is basically, you know, wintertime, you can do whatever the hell you want, you know, as long as you have a permit, or if it's allowed to burn, you know, like trash and stuff like that. Level 2 is like, oh, you have to have a permit, and, you know, precautions are needed. Oh, hello. And then you have level 3, which is nothing. Like, you can, working in the woods, you can work up to 1 o'clock, and then you must be out of the woods at 1 o'clock unless you have a waiver, what the fuck did I say waiver for? Anyway, it's a waiver. And then after that, it was number 4, which is it's closed down, period. And so we've hit number 4 a few times. Not as much lately. But yeah, mainly it's at 3 and it stays at 3. Some parts of Oregon, they do hit 4, like the eastern part. So if you go down to like Butte Falls and stuff like that, you know, it'll stay at level 4. It's actually where they have a big fire going off right now, is near Highway 140 out of Medford and stuff like that. But yeah, so they'll hit, you know, level 4, and if it's level 3, and then you're leaving here about 11 o'clock at night to get there by 3 in the morning so you can actually get something done. And it's fun time. It's a fun time. Hauling equipment down there just takes forever to get down there and get back. But it is what it is. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so that's basically the 4 levels. And most of the wintertime, or summertime, excuse me, sits about level 3. And it just stays there forever. Until basically unless it rains in the summer, which is rare, or it starts getting colder, which is like around September, October. So basically, you have until like the end of May, 1st of June, all the way up to September, October. Stuff like that. So, we staying straight here? Seems like it. Nope, we're turning. Move, son. We didn't clip them. I don't know how we didn't clip them, but we didn't clip them. Didn't clip them. Yep, there's a helicopter, so that we couldn't even went by it if we tried. Trust me, I tried it before. Alright, so how many... What was that? Loan payment, I think? So yeah, we wasted about 100 miles. That's lovely. We're still making good time, 60 miles an hour. Not exactly sure why we're doing 60 miles an hour, but we're just... Yeah, we'll back her down. Why not? And nope. That's not fast enough. Slow enough. And right there. That's about 64-ish. It looked like a yellow Jeep to me. But yeah, that's the 4 levels of fire danger. Like I said, happens all the time. Nothing new. It lasts for, about damn near 5-6 months. And then after it's done, then it's back to normal. Pretty much you have fire season, you have wet season. It either rains or you're on fire. There really is no in between. It was bad one year. Like, you couldn't even have a fire at a campground in a fire pit. Like, they were like, nope, you can't have any fires. And then if you did have a fire, if you could see flames above the fire pit, they would come over and yell at you for having it. And it's like, it's a fire pit. Nope, don't matter. And the fire pit's, like a foot tall. So you could have little fires, kind of like The Walking Dead. Like season 1, I think it was. A few episodes in there, complaining and everything else. Okay, I need to get over. Yep, I need to get over. Excuse me. Yep, thank you. The GPS is nice, but you can't see anything until you're like on top of it. So that is kind of a complainer sense of it. But oh well, nothing we can do about it. Better to have a GPS than do all this by memory. Which I should have done. I should have added that rule. Like, no GPS, you got to remember it by map. Like, sit here at the map, contemplating, like, okay, yeah, we got to, we have to come down here from Joplin, come all the way down here, take the 40, and just keep on and going. So we're going to be on the 40 for the next 827 miles. Got it. And then you just sit here and drive until you get there. The hardest part about it, and I never did understand how truckers did this back in the day, is how do they find the address to deliver it? Like, that is the most mind-boggling thing I always think of. Like, how did they figure it out? Like, okay, yeah, everything's fine, but you have to find it in the middle of town. And, if I tell you the wrong way, and it's a no truck route, then you're on your own. You got to figure it out. And it's like, okay, well, that's kind of crazy. I mean, apparently they did it because we're still here, and the world runs on truck drivers and trains, or else everybody's going to be hungry, right? So, somehow they did it. But if you're an old truck driver, and you were in the age of no GPS, and some people even still do no GPS. Like today, people. I mean, I was watching a guy on YouTube that does not run with GPS, and so if you did that, how did you find deliveries and pickups in the middle of a town? Like, how would you do that? I'm genuinely serious. Like, I'm genuinely serious. That's a genuine question. Like, no bullshit. I mean, that is like, how did you do it? Because that would be insanely difficult to do. Just to see, we are doing 79. Beautiful. Clinton and Woodward. And I think we're in Oklahoma. Should be in Oklahoma. And 70. Why can't we just, pick a speed and go with it? There we go. That's about 74. Good, because there's a cop there. Yep, that's 74. It'll go back up to 75 here in a second, probably. Yeah, let's see. What 767 miles. We got about 25 minutes in. Goody, goody. Look at there. If we didn't have that 100-mile detour. Oh, look, a water park. Huh. Oklahoma Recreation or something. Gary Boulevard on Highway 40. Alright, let's see. Let's get over here. So tomorrow is June 6th. Everybody that was in June 6th, D-Day, I appreciate every single one of you. Rest in peace, because most of them I do believe have passed on, if not all of them. So rest in peace, everybody that did pass, bombarding Normandy and everything else. Rest in peace. Thank you for your service, every single one of you that are in the military, have served in the military. Yes, Memorial Day did just go past not too long ago, and that's another thing. So if you are in the military, another genuine question, like, how do you say, like, it's not a happy day, so you can't just say Happy Memorial Day, because it's memorial. Everybody that passed, that's what that day is for, right? So it's like, how does that work? If you turn over, I'm gonna shoot you. So Memorial Day is always confusing for me, because it's not a happy Memorial Day, but it's a sad Memorial Day. But you don't just walk around and say sad Memorial Day. I mean, it's just kind of like one of them things where you don't say anything. It's weird. Everybody that has served in the military, current, past, so on and so forth, appreciate your service. But yeah, it's a crazy thing. It's crazy. Like on the 16th, we're flying out to Europe. Gonna follow. Been talking about this a lot too. Gonna follow Band of Brothers, the 101st Airborne, and it's gonna be very interesting it's going to be, I'm trying to prepare myself. Let's just start from that. I'm trying to prepare myself because, I've always been super intrigued with World War II and stuff like that, but I never thought that I would ever get to go. And so now that I have the ability and the chance to go, it's going to be super interesting because I was told when you go to Normandy, and like we're going to a prison camp in Dachau, something like that. I believe that's in Germany. So I mean, the feeling, like maybe the eerie quietness or the, stuff like that is going to be insanely, like, deafening. I was told. Like when you go to Normandy and stuff like that, the quietness is insanely deafening. And then, we get to walk on the beach and stuff like that. I mean, like the wife was talking to me last night, and she said what's going to be the strangest thing is like like how many people have died on that beach on D-Day, and so on and so forth. And, sure, all the, blood and everything else has been gone, right? Washed off, rained off, so on and so forth. But in your head, you are walking on that beach where countless people have passed, and stuff like that. I mean, it's going to be very interesting of how the emotions will play. And so I'm trying to get my sister-in-law. So my sister-in-law is 16. Oh, hey, good, we're tired. So my sister-in-law is 16, and I'm trying to get her to understand the amount of stuff that, people actually went through, and I don't think she's gonna get it. But anyway, with that being said, it's about 30 minutes. Look at there. Where do I sleep at? Over here. So we're trying to get her to understand, this is it's not a bullshit thing, it's a real life. This is what happened. 18-year-olds, hell, even 16-year-olds probably have passed on that beach line to get into service and fight for the country. So it's a big thing. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I know it is kind of a weird situation and stuff like that. Hopefully, it's not going to tell me, but hopefully we can get this in the next trip. But thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Like I said, weird video. Well, hopefully you guys understand. I'll catch you on the next one. And you all, take care.